Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and today is Monday, May 27th. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. The gang assault on a 59-year-old man last week at Nui Beach has resulted in the man at the center of it all, at the center of the assault, Chalaton Chotpanang, known as Boy, being charged with physical assault causing injury.
Phuket Provincial Police Commander, Police Major General Sinlet Sakum, confirmed the news through a statement issued on Friday, following the violent assault on Thursday. The victim, 59-year-old Thai national, identified only as Mr. Mikyat, confronted a group of what was originally reported as 18 men who arrived at Nui Beach to outline a boundary and to allegedly claim the land. Mikyat stepped in to say that the land was public land owned by the Royal Forest Department, and it led to the violent assault, in which one of the group used a machete handle and another used a piece of wood to assault Mr. Mikyat. Mikyat was also assaulted after he hit the ground as well. The victim initially filed an attempted murder complaint, but Police Major General Sinlet stated that based on the evidence and medical exam results, the case did not support this charge, and the leader of the group, Chalaton, was charged with physical assault causing injury. Chalaton was called to Karon police station at about 6 p.m. on Friday. He presented himself to authorities and admitted during questioning that the altercation stemmed from a long-standing boundary dispute over 68 Rawai at Nui Beach. Chalaton was charged but was temporarily released. A meeting between both parties is expected next week, according to police, who say they will facilitate discussions. Addressing concerns about potential police bias in the case, Police Major General Sinlet said plainly that police have no vested interest in the matter and are committed to taking legal action against any criminal offenses from either side. For more, visit thepuketnews.com.
It was a deadly weekend on the island's roads as at least 3 people lost their lives, all of them on motorbikes and all of them foreigners here in Phuket.
On Friday at about 4:30 a.m., 2 French nationals lost their lives as the motorbike they were traveling on hit a road divider near the Heroines Monument in the Baklok side, according to Talang Police. Initial investigations revealed a 39-year-old French national was driving a black Yamaha T-Max motorbike while his 41-year-old compatriot was riding pillion. Police believe that the duo approached the curve leading up to the Heroines Monument at high speed before the driver lost control and collided with the road divider, which threw them both from the vehicle. The driver was wearing a crash helmet when police arrived. The bodies of the deceased were taken to Vashida Phuket Hospital, where an official autopsy will be performed before they are released to family members. Their identities are being withheld until next of kin are notified. Then on Sunday at about 6:30 a.m., another accident took place in Talang district, not far from the monument, as the body of a Filipino national driving a Honda Click 150i motorbike was found at the scene on Thepkrasattri Road, southbound, opposite the Shell petrol station. Police believe that he may have been traveling at high speed, lost control of his vehicle, hit a road divider, and collided with a traffic pole. The man's body was taken to Vashida Phuket Hospital, where it was confirmed that he had suffered a serious head wound and skull fracture, but no other major wounds were found on his body. His identity is also being withheld until their next of kin are notified. According to the Thai Road Safety Commission, so far, 78 people have lost their lives on Phuket roads since January 1st of 2024, an increase of 14 year-on-year. A vast majority of the deaths, 83%, involved motorbikes, and just under 68% of the deceased are men. Most of the deceased, just over 41%, were between the ages of 36 and 60 years old, while the second most, just over 28% of those fatalities, were between the ages of 25 and 35 years old. According to statistics provided by the Thai RSC, Phuket roads have been the most fatal between 6 and 7 a.m., followed by 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., and then 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. For more, visit thepuketnews.com.
3 men are now behind bars in Talang in connection with loan shark activities and intimidation of the owner of a small curry stall in Sri Sutorn. The news comes as the Government Savings Bank launches a project in Phuket town to make sure and help keep local fresh produce operators from approaching loan sharks.
Last Thursday at about 7 a.m., CCTV video caught the moment the 2 men wearing full-face crash helmets pulled up in front of a small curry stand where 2 women were working, with 1 man thrashing and kicking some of the items from the counter. The 2 then sped off on the motorbike. This led to a police investigation, and on Saturday afternoon, Talang police held a press conference to confirm that they tracked down the two culprits who were allegedly in the video, as well as the person who allegedly ordered it to happen. The two men on the bike were identified by police as Joe Chanchu and Natapon Lila Chawanon. Police say Joe Chanchu kicked the items at the curry shop while Natapon was the driver and paid his friend 2,000 baht to act as an accomplice. Police went on to say that both of them were hired by a man identified only as Mr. Narong, who initially lent money to the curry shop owner, though the amount was undisclosed. The female curry shop owner, a Thai national, allegedly failed to return the suspected loan shark's calls and texts of repayment, which led to the intimidation. Police say they tracked all three of the men down to an address in Chumphon province where they were arrested and later taken to Talang police station, where they will be prosecuted. The announcement of the arrests came a day after the official launch of the GSB United Market project in Phuket town, which was touted by the Phuket town mayor and several high-ranking local officials in the city. The project targets resolving debt problems and providing accessible financial resources to community market vendors. The project has selected 18 markets nationwide as pilot sites, with Fresh Market 2 in Phuket town being one of them. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
I was sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind. I wish you fall out from the window, take a bad trip to the ground. Ooh. And bring the pleasure, see pressure just before you break a bone.
Phuket police in Rawai arrested a 63-year-old Belgian national whom they say operated an illegal pawn shop business in the south of the island.
63-year-old Philippe Olivier was arrested by officers from Police Region 8 at about 4 p.m. on Friday in Village 7 of Rawai. In their search of the property, police officers say they found 13 motorbikes that they stated Olivier had taken in from various people in exchange for loans. In addition, police discovered 15 ID cards that were allegedly associated to the illegal loans that Olivier allegedly had issued. Police did not confirm the total value of the loans, but did state that the loans included an interest rate higher than the legal national rate, and all of the items were seized and taken to Chalang police station. The suspect now faces charges of setting up a pawn shop without permission. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Members of the BCIS parent community have appealed to fellow Phuket residents for support for the Butenko family, whose son is now recovering from critical brain surgery. While the surgery and initial treatment had been covered by insurance, the post-surgery recovery is solely on the family and the support group, who are doing their best to continue the medical miracle by Thai doctors.
7-year-old Year 3 student at BCIS International School, Sergei Butenko, had suffered severe unexplained headaches, nausea, and vomiting before he was rushed to an area hospital in Phuket on Christmas Eve of last year. And it was here that doctors diagnosed him with a brain cyst. He spent time at Bangkok Hospital and Vashida Phuket Hospital, and while he did experience clinical death, doctors managed to restart his heart. An urgent medevac took Sergei from Phuket to Bangkok, where he was admitted to Samitivej Hospital, and after 2 surgeries, he has begun to recover. Sergei was discharged from the hospital to recover as an outpatient last Sunday, and while the boy is still receiving his medical treatment, the family is working on getting Sergei back to Russia for full treatment, but the family is waiting on the green light from doctors in the hopes that Sergei would be well enough for the flight. However, the outpatient care is no longer covered by the family's insurance, and the mounting expenses threaten to interrupt the boy's treatment and nullify what Thai medical professionals have achieved. Sergei's condition was kept private for several months until mid-May, when the family decided to publicly appeal to the Phuket community. Those willing to support Sergei Butenko's recovery can make a donation to the bank account on your screen. Additional information and non-monetary support can be reached through to the link in the description. Phuket families from the BCIS community and beyond have already responded to the family's appeal for much-needed donations. The public account will be provided soon. Meanwhile, Elena Butenko warmly thanks fellow Phuketians for their support. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
We really appreciate you joining us and starting your week with us here on Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Join us again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.